Would you like to know how much time you have left? No, I'm not talking about your lifespan. I'm talking about how long your mind will remain sharp, clear, and capable of remembering your favorite elementary school teacher's name or where you put your keys. Look at these two people. Both are 85 years old, but one of them remembers all their grandchildren's birthdays, easily solves crossword puzzles, and learns new skills. And the other can't remember what they had for breakfast, constantly loses things, and no longer recognizes close relatives. What's the difference? It's not about how many wrinkles they have on their face, it's about what's happening inside their brain. And today, I'll share with you 7 scientifically proven signs that your memory will remain sharp even at the age of 100. This information is based on the latest neurobiology research and can change your entire life. And most importantly, these signs can be developed at any age. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly whether you're on the right path to maintaining cognitive health for years to come. You'll get specific, practical recommendations that you can start applying today. And you know what? Most of these signs are little things that are easy to overlook. Small daily habits that either strengthen your brain or slowly destroy it. And I guarantee that at least 3 of them will surprise you. Watch till the end, because the last sign is the most non-obvious and possibly the most important. It's related to something most of us do every day without suspecting the consequences. Sign number 1, multisensory perception. The first sign of long-term cognitive health is the ability to actively use all your senses and integrate information from them. Imagine Ivan and Maria, both retired. Ivan goes out to the garden every morning, notices the shades of colors on the plants, listens to the birds singing, inhales the aromas, and sometimes even tastes ripe berries. He literally absorbs the world with all his senses. Maria, on the other hand, spends her days mostly in front of the TV, receiving information only through sight and hearing, and not always paying attention to it. What's happening in their brains? When we actively engage multiple senses simultaneously, we create a rich neural network where the same memory is encoded in different ways. It's like creating multiple paths to the same place. If one path is blocked, you always have alternative routes. Research shows that people with active multisensory perception have a 32% lower chance of developing dementia. How to improve this indicator? Start consciously paying attention to what you see, hear, feel, smell, and taste. Cook new dishes with unfamiliar aromas and textures. Walk barefoot on the grass. Close your eyes and try to identify the sounds around you. Try to describe the taste of wine or fruit using the richest vocabulary possible. Sign number 2, cognitive flexibility. The second sign is your ability to adapt to new situations and change your mind when new information comes in. Meet Elena and Sergey. Elena regularly tries new hobbies, changes her walking routes, and with interest listens to opinions she disagrees with. Sergey, on the other hand, sticks to a strict daily routine, only walks along familiar routes, and categorically rejects any ideas that contradict his beliefs. Cognitive flexibility is associated with denser connections between different parts of the brain. When we encounter new situations or ideas, Our brain creates new neural pathways and strengthens existing ones. It's like constant training for your brain that keeps it in shape. Neuroscientists from Stanford University have found that people with high cognitive flexibility maintain the volume of the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory, even at an advanced age. How to develop cognitive flexibility. Deliberately step out of your comfort zone. If you're right-handed, try brushing your teeth with your left hand. Change your roots to familiar places. Listen to podcasts with opinions that differ from yours. Learn a new language or musical instrument. And most importantly, ask yourself the question, what if I'm wrong? Whenever you feel you're holding too rigidly to a position. If you're still watching and finding these ideas valuable, please write the number 2 in the comments. This will help other people pay attention to important information as well. Sign number 3, sleep quality. The third sign, which is often underestimated, is the quality of your sleep, especially its deep phase. Let's compare Anton and Natalia. Anton strictly observes his sleep routine, goes to bed, and wakes up at the same time, sleeps in a cool, dark room without electronic devices. Natalia often stays up late on social media, sleeps with the TV on, and constantly wakes up during the night. What happens during deep sleep? It's during this period that the brain's cleaning system, the glymphatic system, is activated, removing toxic proteins, including beta amyloid, the main marker of Alzheimer's disease. Moreover, during deep sleep, memory consolidation occurs, the transfer of information from short-term memory to long-term memory. Studies conducted at the University of California have shown that people with regular quality sleep are 70% less likely to suffer from cognitive impairment in old age. How to improve sleep quality? Follow a schedule, even on weekends. Create a bedtime ritual that doesn't include screens for an hour before going to bed. Maintain a cool temperature in the bedroom, around 64 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius. Avoid caffeine after lunch and alcohol before bed. Consider using apps to track sleep phases to understand if you're getting enough deep sleep. Sign number 4, strong social connections. The fourth sign of cognitive function longevity is the quality and quantity of your social interactions. Meet Olga and Peter. Olga is a member of a book club, regularly meets with friends, maintains deep, sincere relationships with loved ones, and is always ready to help neighbors. Peter, on the other hand, has limited social contacts to a minimum, rarely leaves home, and hardly talks to other people. At the neurobiological level, social interactions stimulate the production of neurotrophic factors, proteins that promote the growth and survival of neurons. In addition, conversations with other people require complex cognitive processes. We must listen, interpret, remember, and formulate responses, which is a comprehensive workout for the brain. The Harvard study of adult development, which has been ongoing for over 80 years, has shown that the quality of social connections is the strongest predictor not only of happiness, but also of cognitive health in old age. How to improve this aspect? Regularly communicate with loved ones. Join a club based on your interests or a volunteer organization. Initiate deep, meaningful conversations that go beyond small talk. Learn active listening. And remember, It's not the quantity of friends that matters, but the quality of connections. If you're still with us and think this information could be useful to others, please write the number 4 in the comments. This way, you'll help the algorithm spread this video among those who might find it useful. Sign number 5, metabolic health. The 5th sign is the state of your metabolic health, especially control of blood sugar levels and inflammation. Consider Alexander and Tatiana. Alexander follows mainly a Mediterranean diet with plenty of vegetables, olive oil, fish, limits refined carbohydrates and sugar, and regularly practices intermittent fasting. Tatiana eats mostly processed foods, sweets, and fast food, often snacking throughout the day. What's happening in their brains? Chronically elevated blood glucose levels lead to protein glycation, a process in which sugar non-enzymatically attaches to proteins, disrupting their function. This also affects brain proteins. In addition, unstable blood sugar levels and chronic inflammation contribute to the formation of beta amyloid plaques. Studies show that people without insulin resistance have a 58% lower risk of developing dementia, and insulin resistance is now called type 3 diabetes because of its connection to Alzheimer's disease. How to improve metabolic health? Reduce consumption of refined carbohydrates and sugar, increase consumption of fiber and healthy fats. Try intermittent fasting under medical supervision. Regularly check your blood glucose, insulin, and inflammation markers. Maintain a healthy weight. And don't forget about physical activity, which increases cell sensitivity to insulin. Sign number 6, bilingualism and cognitive reserve. The 6th sign is the size of your cognitive reserve, which is often associated with bilingualism or multilingualism. Meet Vladimir and Galina. Vladimir speaks 3 languages fluently, which he uses regularly. Galina only knows her native language and has never tried to learn others. Cognitive reserve is the brain's ability to function despite structural damage. Just as a detour allows continued movement when the main road is blocked, cognitive reserve provides alternative neural pathways when the main ones are damaged. Research shows that bilinguals demonstrate symptoms of dementia on average 4 to 5 years later than monolinguals, even with the same structural changes in the brain. Why? Because constantly switching between languages and suppressing one language while using another trains the executive functions of the brain and creates a more branched neural network. How to develop this aspect? Obviously, learning new languages is a great way. But even if you're not ready for this, you can increase your cognitive reserve through other types of mental activity, learning musical instruments, mastering complex board games like chess, solving crosswords and puzzles, acquiring new skills that require concentration and learning. If you found this information useful and want to help spread it, please write the number 6 in the comments. Sign number 7, purposeful life. And finally, the 7th sign is having a clear purpose and meaning in your life. Let's compare Nikolai and Irina. After retirement, Nikolai found a new passion. He teaches art at a local community center, feels that his experience is valuable, and that he contributes to the lives of others. Irina, on the other hand, felt emptiness and lack of direction after finishing her career, spending days without specific goals. At the neurobiological level, the sense of purpose and meaning is associated with activation of the prefrontal cortex, which controls executive functions, planning, and decision-making. In addition, purposeful activity reduces stress and inflammation, providing a neuroprotective effect. A study published in JAMA Psychiatry showed that people with high levels of purpose had a 30% lower chance of developing dementia, even with significant amyloid plaques in the brain. How to develop this aspect? Regularly reflect on what's truly important to you. Find an activity that brings not only pleasure, but also a sense of contribution to the world. This could be volunteering, creativity, mentoring, caring for others, or creating something meaningful. Write down your thoughts about the meaning of life and revisit them periodically. And remember, life's purpose can change at different stages. The main thing is that it resonates with your core values. So, let's summarize. 7 signs that your memory will remain sharp until 100 years. Multisensory perception, active engagement of all senses. Cognitive flexibility, ability to adapt and change your mind. Sleep quality, especially the deep phase. Strong social connections, deep, meaningful relationships. Metabolic health, control of blood sugar and inflammation. Bilingualism and cognitive reserve, alternative neural pathways. Purposeful life, having meaning and purpose. Remember, it's not just about living to 100 years. It's about these years being filled with clarity of mind, vividness of perception, and the ability to remember the beautiful moments of your life. And most importantly, it's never too late to start strengthening these signs. Neuroplasticity, the amazing ability of the brain to change and create new connections, is preserved throughout life. Even small changes you make today can lead to significant results over the years. Share in the comments which of these 7 signs you need to develop first, and what specific step will you take today. If this video was useful to you, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell to receive notifications about new videos. And if you know someone who might find this information useful, share this video with them. Thank you for your attention. In upcoming episodes, we'll examine each of these signs in more detail and suggest specific exercises for their development. Until next time.